This presentation will contain an overview of the Dream2 irrigation controller and its capabilities, the different types of sensors that can be utilized in the fertigation process, as well as the software for remote monitoring and control, the console PC software and Spot mobile application. The Dream2 controller allows for simple and autonomous operation, allowing savings in labor. Its modular setup allows for simple installation and future upgrades. Reduction in water usage and fertilizer usage makes the system a lot more eco-friendly. This is a short video demonstrating the complete turnkey solution we supplied a large grower in the UK with a collaboration of Telgil, Metza, and a number of other factories in order to provide the most advanced technological solution. This project uses the Dream2 system to centrally control more than 100 hectares of software production. Multiple users can operate and program the Dream2 using the console PC software and Spot smartphone application. This cloud-based system allows for better technical support as it can be accessed directly through the internet without the need of a technician to be on site. This is an example of who can connect to the cloud. Different people can have different access levels authorized. All the data is stored on the cloud and it is secure if anything was to happen to the controller or in the field. Data is constantly saved and configuration is backed up every evening to the cloud, so it can just be restored at any stage very quickly and efficiently. This is an example of what a hydraulic system operated by the Dream2 could look like. The Dream2 is a multi-line fertigation control system with the ability to multitask and operate a large number of outputs as well as fertigation machines or rigs in parallel on a single controller. It can be done locally or remotely if the elements are not close to the controller. The Dream2 controller has a modular interface setup which allows to tailor-make a bespoke system that will meet the needs of the individual growers. This modular setup also allows for easy and simple future expansion of the system, as any of the interfaces above can be added to the controller at any stage without the need to change your controller. The fertigation machine or rig comes with full EC and pH control with sensors to correct the injection rate in order to maintain an accurate and stable set point. with advanced latency control allowing the fertigation machine or rig to better adjust the dosing according to the flow and reaction time in the bypass. Fertilizer flow meters are used to record how much fertilizer is used per channel, as well as to inform and alarm if there is a leakage or if the fertilizer in the tank has finished. NPK calculations can be done by the Dream2 controller if you know the dosages of each element within your fertilizer concentration. Accumulation is also recorded and reports can be generated to see how much fertilizer and acid was used, making it easier to keep track. Multiple fertigation sets allow you to change between different recipes as easy as changing between different programs. Retrofit kit is also available for anybody with existing fertigation rig. This allows you to utilize your existing rig and upgrade the sensors and controller to the latest technology in a cost-effective way. The 5th generation radio RTU has the ability to communicate between RTUs with distance of 3 kilometers, with the ability of having 10 layers of repetition, which enables us to control valves or reach sensors 30 kilometers away from the Dream2 controller. We can connect thousands of RTU units. The radio system uses license-exempt channels with the ability to auto-select channels to prevent interference, and also to auto-route communication back to the controller if it uses repeaters and there is a problem along the route, so no data is lost. One of the greatest advantages of the radio over cable-based systems is significant improvement in reliability of the system against mechanical damages and lightning strikes, which can affect cable systems but do not affect wireless systems. Also, with copper prices rising, it is a much more cost-effective to use radio instead of cables. This is what a typical radio RTU network would look like. All radios act as repeaters and talk to each other in order to provide the most stable and reliable connection in harsh and challenging conditions. The Dream2 can read any type of sensor. They can be connected locally, remotely, or via API cloud-based connection. These sensors can be used in order to condition the application, as well as have the ability to combine those conditions to reach fully autonomous application. We also develop and produce unique and useful sensors to monitor the growing conditions of the crop in order to improve our fertigation process. This is an example of the unique pH roots monitoring system which we developed. This enables us to see how the pH reacts directly within the root zone. It also allows us to set conditions for the fertigation process to stabilize the pH at the root zone and maintain the appropriate acidity level fully autonomously. API connectivity enables us to communicate with third-party decision support system technologies for integration with cloud-based digital platforms. It also enables us to communicate with machine learning platforms to reach autonomous fertigation processes with any platform that is available on the market. It also enables you to stay up to date with any future development and implement it in your fertigation process. This is a key feature which allows growers from different sectors to easily collaborate with the latest and most suitable technology for their specific needs. By having already established API, the Dream2 control system welcomes collaboration with any third-party technology for the benefit of the grower. API also enables us to collect and share big data from the system with other platforms such as crop management platforms and enterprise resource management. The console and Spot are the PC and mobile applications which are used to control the Dream2 system. They allow remote monitoring and control of your fertigation system from anywhere. Technical support is also easier as technicians can connect directly to the controller from anywhere. It also allows workers to operate the system from their pocket, giving them more time to focus on other tasks. The console is a software that allows you to control your Dream2 controller using your laptop or your PC. It allows you to monitor your inputs and outputs and operate manually if required to. This also provides you with a map function which lets you visualize the entire irrigation process. You can set up irrigation programs which can be linked to fertilizer sets, or you can individually control the fertilizer channels. Different conditions can also be set to start a program according to a sensor out on the field, or to monitor contacts and satellites. The console can also access stored data by the sensors and display them in a graph format, the range of which can be set due to your requirements using the calendar function. Once the correct data has been selected, the console allows you to export it into an Excel file simply by using the built-in function. Another good feature of the console is the ability to give you an accumulation report. The Spot mobile application features a very user-friendly interface, allowing you to control your Dream2 controller from anywhere provided you have internet connection. The Spot does include the majority of the options that the console has. In addition, the Spot features a real-time monitoring of sensor values as well as water meter flow values. Live interactive maps help provide a visual representation of the system while it is operating, with different animations displaying areas being fertigated and also displaying elements that are operated, as well as the ability to add sensors to see their real-time value. As we can see from the video, elements can be manually operated directly from the map, as well as sensor values that have been added on, displaying the different readings. This example is of a system that is controlled on a single radio network with elements spread around with a radius of about 10 kilometers. The data analysis section of the Dream2 is where you can look back at the log data and compare graphs, as well as export the data for any presentation or reports that you may need. This also helps us give better view into the physiology of the plant and give us the tools to improve the application, resulting in improvement in the yield, as well as significantly reducing our water and fertilizer usage. The condition library is a tool that can be used to condition the application according to various different parameters, including inputs, outputs, and even programs. Conditions can be made individually for each program, or they can be combined to achieve an autonomous application where the plant can provide the controller with the data that it needs in order to create an ecosystem between the plant and the control system. Now let's look at some of the feedback from our customers in the UK and Austria.
When we started, you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you've done it for 20 years and suddenly somebody comes along and say, I can do something which works better for the plants and for the grower. Until you try it, you realize that system is actually great.
We farm in the driest part of the driest county, and water for some time has been our greatest limitation.
It has enabled us to use the wastewater from the juice factory, which in an otherwise ordinary systems would be deemed as unsuitable for irrigation.
The challenge for us was to find a suitable mechanism for utilising what was highly saline water. Fortunately, that's where we came across SAP, who had supplied the system.
So we've got sensors which are placed in the root system of the plants. Those sensors take readings every 10 seconds, providing the maximum level of nutrients and water at the right time.
2011 we installed our first system and we had some very good results in that year.
6 years in now, we're really starting to reap some of the benefits.
Our yields are certainly improving. This year is probably our best yield we'll have across the average of all our tabletops.
We're innovating with what we're doing and we're solving problems in the process. So it's a sustainable solution to what was an irrigation challenge.
Now installed a total of 3 systems.
We've put a second system and we're on our way to put a third system.
We have 3 systems operating at the moment. I'm sure there's going to be some point when the 4th one will arrive.
In 2015 we won the Top Fruit Grower of the Year award, and certainly what has been a great help to that is working in partnership with SAP.
This new irrigation system gives us the edge, the advantage to improve our quality of fruit, to make it more sustainable by reducing water.
At the end of the day, the proof is in the eating, and I'm delighted to say we have the most fantastic tasting strawberries and raspberries, as well as blueberries and asparagus, growing with this fantastic system.
Wir produzieren hier Heidelbeeren schon seit 10 Jahren. Seit 2016 arbeiten wir mit dem System von SAP. Wir sind sehr, sehr zufrieden. Wir sehen mehrere Fortschritte in Qualität, im Wachstum. Wir haben sehr, sehr viel gelernt daraus.
Wir arbeiten in unserem Betrieb schon biologisch seit 7 Jahren und für uns ist es sehr wichtig, die Nährstoffe nur hier bereitzustellen, diese was nötig sind. Und mit dem SAP-System können wir ganz genau jeden Nährstoff gezielt, langsam und kontinuierlich zur Verfügung stellen.
Mit diesen Produkten der Firma SAP haben wir erreicht, dass die Kunden einen stabileren Wasserverbrauch, einen stabileren Düngerverbrauch erhalten haben, was so viel bedeutet, dass sie eine stabile Produktion haben, keine Ausfälle haben, weil die Bewässerung, die Fertigation und die Säuregabe automatisch kontrolliert wird.
Seit ich das SAP-System installiert habe, schauen die Pflanzen vitaler aus, die Blätter sind grüner, ich habe keine Probleme mit Verstopfungen, das Filtersystem funktioniert perfekt und ich habe auch mehr Ernte.
Durch die regelmäßige, konstante Bewässerung haben wir unseren Boden aufgebaut, der Humusgehalt ist gestiegen und das Bodenleben hat an Substanz gewonnen.
Wir bekommen täglich ein super Feedback, alles ist online verfügbar, man kann immer live in die Bewässerung einsteigen, man sieht, was passiert da gerade.
Wenn ich jetzt hier betätige, fängt die ganze Anlage zu tropfen an. Das ist einer der wichtigsten Punkte.
Mit dieser Technologie sind wir in der Lage, auch auf Böden, die eigentlich für Heidelbeeren nicht geeignet sind, sehr gute Erträge zu erzielen.
So, das Endergebnis von der SAP-Bewässerung ist für mich ein besseres Baumwachstum, gleichmäßige Triebe, konstante Erträge.
Ist es uns gelungen, mit diesem System den Kunden eine beruhigtere Zeit zu geben, da er nicht immer manuell und händisch die Düngergaben, Wassergaben kontrollieren musste.
Wir verstehen jetzt, was in der Pflanze passiert, was im Boden passiert. Wir verschwenden keinen Dünger mehr, kein Wasser. Alles wird zu 100% von der Pflanze aufgenommen. Seit wir mit diesem System arbeiten, hat sich auf unserem Betrieb sehr viel verändert. Wir haben unsere Erträge um einiges steigern können und ich bin überzeugt, das ist die Zukunft im Obstbau.
Also normal arbeiten wir bei 40.000 Kilo pro Hektar und mit deiner Bewässerung von SAP, wir können auch 50 bis 55 Tonnen Bioqualität erreichen. Ich kann keinen Baum mehr ohne die SAP-Bewässerung pflanzen.